Hello friends, my name is Koolio and welcome back to the channel. Guys, we are returning to Path of Exile, one of the most incredibly amazing free-to-play games currently out there. They just had a really big update, the Fall of Oriath update 3.0 they're calling it. So I figured, you know what, this is a really good time to kind of return back to the game. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump in, we're gonna make a new character and kind of check out the the initial character experience, like the new player experience. But then we're going to jump onto my level 27 character. Even though he's really not that far in the game, it's kind of like the farthest that I've got for a character in this game. Definitely not, high level, anything like that. But I figured we might as well go and see some of the systems later on in the game. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in and see how Path of Exile is a year after I've played it last. So let's do it, creating a character. Okay, so you have different challenge leagues that you can run through. You got the standard, Harbinger, and hardcore Harbinger? Okay, so we got the default game mode. Mysterious Harbingers roam Rayclass and Oriath. They control and direct the creatures around them. This is the default Path of Exile league. Mysterious Harbingers roam Rayclass and Oriath. They control, same thing. A character killed in hardcore becomes a standard. So let's just go ahead and pick this one because I've actually never tried it out before. Okay, so we've got 6 different characters to choose from. We've got the Templar. Ooh, that's some nice voice acting right there. And we've got the Shadow, the Marauder, and the Ranger. Nice low-cut Circe hair going on right there. The Duelist, and the Witch. So I'm going to go and build a character that has massive attack speed. So I'm going to start off with the Shadow, and I'm going to name him Koolio Gaming. And there's no character creation at all in the game. You just pick out of these standard 6 characters. However, they do determine on where in this massive skill tree that you start. But don't feel like you're being restricted to certain character classes because the game really opens up later, and I'll show you that once we get into it. Let's hit OK and let's go. Okay, so we just kind of crashed ashore on Rayclass. Here we are. Here's my character. We can skip the tutorial if we wanted to, but I'm not going to because I actually enjoy seeing how the game starts off for new players. You use the point and click to move, and then you use the QWERTY keys for your skill ability. So let's see, we gotta talk to this guy. I will say, out of all other action RPGs that I've played like this, I think that Path of Exile has one of the best stories behind it. It's there if you take the time to kind of read all of the different dialogue options, all the different dialogue that these characters share with you. Really great voice acting. It's one of the best, I think, out there for an action RPG. We're not going to spend too much time on that. We're just going to want to go and start wrecking a lot of faces. Oh, shoot, zombie. Dead. And we got our first skill. Now, is it possible to murder someone who's already dead? I don't know. So this is one of the most interesting things about this game that I really like, is the skill system. You got to play kind of like this fun Tetris. Not really Tetris, trying to figure out which weapons work with what. So it's actually really cool. So we got our first ability, which is a Viper Strike. Now this is a dexterity ability, I believe. And it's going to, it's a green melee ability, and it can only fit within green socketed items. Now you actually have to have the socket on the item for the gem to fit in it. And if you can't use that gem, the weapon becomes unusable. If it's already in there, there's a lot of intricacies behind the skill system. So just a simple, straightforward answer. You get skills, you have to socket them into items in order to use it. There we go. Let's go. Let's charge forward. Also, I see that they've updated the map a little bit. You can kind of see a blue glowing line around the area that you've seen. I actually really like that. Oh, check it out. We got some zombies up here. We'll use my ability. It's on the right click. Boom. Ooh, and a Scroll of Wisdom. Nice. So you can honestly build your characters however you want in this game. It's kind of insane. And we've got I think this is a support gem. This is our first support gem. Now what it does is if you have a gem that's connected to it, it will give bonuses towards that gem. So for instance, this is a lesser poison support. Supports any skills that hits enemies. Supported skills have a 40% chance to poison on hit. Supported skills have a 1 to 2 added chaos damage. So since this is a Viper Strike and causes poison damage, let's see. So if I slot that, it'll change this and add bonuses to it. I love, there's so much depth to this game. It's kind of ridiculous. And there's insane builds out there on the internet. You can do some of the craziest stuff I think I've ever seen in an online game. I could build this guy to be a tank. I could build this guy to be a fast poison damage dealer. I could build him to be a freaking mage if I wanted to. I don't have to follow the restrictions that most games put on their class system. And here is the boss. We have to kill Hillock, poison him, and then I can just kind of walk away if I wanted to. Slowly let him die from my poison. Also, on the bottom left, you can see my health. We've got potions, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the potions refill themselves as you actually kill enemies. So it's nice that there's not like a limited function towards the potions. Like you use a potion, it's used up. No, that's not how it works. You can keep the potions with you, and potions can actually be crafted and designed to do specific things as well. Okay, so let's see. We've got a couple of unidentified items. If we right click on our scroll of wisdoms, it will go ahead and actually change those. So now we got a plus 21% increased evasion rating, which is way nice. It's way better than we've currently got. And an iron ring. Give me something good. 7% increased cast speed. Okay, I'll take it. Now, if I wanted to, like right now, I could go and change some of my items up. I don't think I can equip this there. I can. Sweet. There we go. I'm going to become a dual wielder. And a lot of these items are, like, each items have different rarities behind it. These are uncommons, you know, or commons, uncommons, like that. You get the gist of it. If you've ever played Diablo, you'll understand the item system pretty fairly easily. Okay, so this is the skill tree. They've added a lot to it since the last time I've played. An absolute insane amount. Now, even though it can look a little daunting, I'm only showing you like literally like 1/8 of the entire thing, and I'm going to zoom out and show you the rest of it. As long as you just kind of pay attention to specific goals that you have that you want your character to eventually achieve. So if I look around here, you can kind of look at these bigger ones, and they can kind of give me a direction of how I want my character to be built. For example, Will of Blades, 20% increased physical damage, 20% increased critical strike chance. Now I may want to kind of work my way up towards this, and eventually towards the Fangs of Viper. A lot of this stuff will kind of go towards my dual weapon melee build that I'm kind of going for this character. But to be honest, you really can do absolutely anything. Like look how insane this is. Holy smokes. Like I don't understand. I just don't understand. Like the amount of work that they put into this is absolutely insane. So one of the things I suggest for people if they're going to play this game is to go through and find specific rare ones and work towards those rather than trying to figure out all the little nitty-gritty things, because like along the way you'll figure that out. So I'm trying to figure out kind of what I want my character to eventually end up becoming. I want him to be a dual wielder, high attack, poison kind of a character. So I'm going to want to look for attack speed as well as increased physical damage. So we start right here, physical and chaos damage and life, 40% increased physical damage, 14% increased chaos damage. This one, elemental damage and energy shield, plus 12 to maximum energy shield, 40% increased elemental damage. Now I want increased attack speed, so I'm probably going to want to head down this way, pick up the attack speed. Probably not worry too much about this because I want the increased attack speed, hit up coordination. 20% increased damage over time, and then we're going to want entropy for that poison damage. So that's my goal. I'm going to make my way over to this one right here, and that kind of simplifies this giant skill tree for you. And apply points. There we go. Now we can enter town for our rewards, which is just right up here. Okay, so there's already been some slight adjustments to how this place looks. Nothing like over the top. I don't remember these letters of the exiles. I don't remember this little staircase being here before either. I like it though, because you use that waypoint quite frequently. Or this event notice board. It's been a long time, long time since I've actually played this game. I don't think you can see any of my stash from my other characters on here. Each character has their own specific stash. And now we do have the iconic icons above people's heads.
I saw what you did to Hillock out.
And I'll let you listen for just a second because honestly, like the voice acting is really good.
In exile, and it'll be the one thing that sees you through to another dawn.
Yes. Continue. Now, I'm going to be focusing on high attack speed and poison damage, so hopefully we can kind of figure out if we can point in that direction. So I'm going to be using a lot of green skill gems. I do like the thought of ethereal knives, fires an arc of knives in front of the caster, which deals physical damage. We are doing for physical damage, so let's do that. Pop it into my dagger. And we've got our next skill, which is on my mouse wheel click, fires an arc of knives in front of me. Quest complete. Now there's 10 acts to the entire game, I believe, with the newest update. They've added a lot to this game, like an insane amount of stuff. Obviously, this is just the initial first little act, Act 1. We're not probably going to get through this entire act within this video, but this is one of the best free-to-play games honestly out there right now. There's so much content. It's an extremely fair free-to-play model. Look at that. Ooh, that is sweet. That's actually really cool. Now, if I wanted to, I could swap this out. Ooh. Swap that for that, and now I believe this should have poison damage on it. Let's go give it a shot. Because I'll be attacking multiple enemies with that, so I might as well, if I want to increase my chances of poisoning enemies. See? I got 2 right there already. Oh, this is fun. This is sweet. I like the fact that the blades actually look like poison daggers. Now, as you're playing the game and use your specific skills, they'll actually level up with you. They'll get better. So I've actually got all of these are ready to go ahead and level up. Simple enough, you just hit the plus icon next to them, and now they're better. They're level 2 skill gems, and I can just kind of continue on. I like the fact that the progression in this game is really easy, to be honest. Like, it's simplified, but also extremely, what's the word I'm thinking of? Complex at the same time. What I mean by that is, like, every time you level up, you get 1 skill point, you apply the skill point to the skill tree, and you move on. Or you can take the time to actually study the skill tree, figure out how you want your character to play, and really make unique different types of characters. In fact, they used to have like these weekly update videos where they would show off different, you know, classes that people had built in the game, because there's a lot. Also, I think this is one of the few games, to be honest, that I feel like has a decent amount of challenge in it. Oh, shoot, like that. That was a close one. Die, cannibals. I don't want to be freaking eaten. Oh my gosh, did you see that? Holy crap. They've got this chick right here, the fire. I cannot believe we're already across like a semi-boss, like a mini-boss already. Go ahead and... Can I poison her? Okay, I got her poisoned. Oh my gosh! Shoot, I killed her. I killed her. And she dropped a rusted sword. Dang it. Can you look at that? Like, if I was playing on hardcore mode, I'd already be dead. Like, I'd be in standard mode already. Hence why I decided to pick standard mode. I'm actually surprised that we already found ourselves a... I don't think they're called legendary, but like really rare weapons right here. We got a one-handed sword. Go ahead and identify it. 40% increased accuracy rating, adds 1 to 3 physical damage, 9% cold resistance, 1 mana gained on kill, 11 to accuracy rating. It is pretty decent. I'm gonna go ahead and pop that in. I'm gonna get rid of this dagger, switch the sword over there. Yep, there we go, perfect. Now we got a better sword, does 5 to 13 physical damage, rather than the 6 to 10. Oh my gosh, there's a huge chip in that sword right there. Surprised that the thing's actually working. Oh man, that guy is not having a good day. Now I've leveled up to level 3. Just jump in, click on this. I already know where I want to go, and done. See, that's what I mean by simplified skill system with an insane amount of depth to it. Also, this game has probably one of the highest, like, replayability things ever. Like, this game, I could play this game all the time. Even though the different stages look similar, they're all randomized. And they have enough of, like, randomized content that kind of pops up throughout the game, too, to make every playthrough challenging and different. Now pay attention to my mana flask right here down to the bottom. See how it's like not filled up at all? As I kill creatures, it'll actually fill up. It's nice. I like the fact that you don't have to feel like you have to keep going and buying more and more potions. Which, by the way, this game has one of the craziest like economic systems I've ever seen in an MMO. You don't actually ever use gold or silver or copper to buy anything. You trade everything in this game. If you want like a certain material to, like, for example, I just picked up armor scrap, this thing right here, armor scrap. I can actually trade that in to a merchant and he'll give me pieces for like scrolls of wisdom, something along that line. So everything is based around this like give and take trading system. I found myself a waypoint, so if I wanted to, I could teleport back to Lion's Watch and then come back later to the coast to continue the mission. Man, I am loving that ability. I'm actually really glad that I got that. Oh shoot, we just got another mini boss! Oh crap! Run away, run away, run away! Look at that guy. What the heck? It's crazy. I think the bosses in this game are actually randomized as well. Like, this guy has extra cold damage and glacial cascade. Every time I play through this game and it went to go get the medicine chest, I've never seen a character like that. I've never seen a boss that does that. But I'll go ahead and show you kind of like the purchasing and selling of the items. So if I go ahead and sell this. Oh. I think I have to actually click on sell items. Yeah, there we go. Put my offers here, and then you see I don't actually get gold. I get scroll fragments. Get 5 of these scroll fragments, and I'll end up getting some more scrolls of wisdom, which are actually useful items. I don't want this corroded blade. I'm going to go ahead and drop that down, and it will give me transmutation shards. You change it into an orb of transmutation, and I believe it can alter the like different effects that weapons have, or it's like it changes its rarity, something along those lines. Now this is an unidentified item. If I go ahead and identify it, then put it over, it'll actually give me alteration shards. So depending on how you want to sell your items in this game, or how you want, what kind of stuff that you want back, you might want to save on those, you know, those scrolls of wisdom. Okay, so I figured let's just go ahead and jump onto my higher level character. I'm sure all of the skill points that he has been reset, so we can kind of build them in a new way. So let's jump in, see what it's like. I'm sure I'm not that far into the game, but it'll be interesting to see how everything looks. All right, here we are. We are in the Sarn encampment, I believe. This is a little bit farther into the game. If I go ahead and show you guys, I believe it's L, M. Nope. Let's just go to this world screen. So I'm on Act 3. Now, I believe the game is now at an Act 10, so there's a lot of stuff to play through. I'll go ahead and show you guys my skill tree. Full passive skill reset. Your character has been granted 1 full passive skill reset. If you allocate or refund any other passives before using this opportunity, then it will be lost. Okay. I actually have 2 refund points, so I started here at the very bottom, and I kind of made my way down this way. If I remember right, I was working on giving him increased life and increased defense. So I wanted to go all the way down here and collect the retaliation as well as the testudo and 60% increased block recovery. And this one gives you 6% increase attack speed while holding a shield. Now, if I wanted to, I could reset my passives and rebuild my character. But to be honest, I think I've got everything kind of the way set up that I wanted to. And I've reached my goal of where I wanted to hit. So now I can kind of start working my way in a different direction. And you can kind of tell what each different area is based off of the little symbols at the center. For this one, this is mana and life leech. This one's poison. This one's life. You can tell by the heart. This one is got to be swords. Actually, it could be dual wield damage. I don't want two-handed. I could build for some more life. I'm looking for sword. There we go. Sword damage. So I could probably work my way down this way, increase attack speed and life leech. Let's do that. Let me go ahead and show you guys my stash. There's a lot of different items that I've kind of saved up in the game. I've got a lot of different skill gems right here as well as tons of the different currencies that the game offers you. So like I was talking about before, you got orbs of alteration. Right click this item, then lift to click a magic item. Reforges a magic item with new random properties. This one, however, upgrades a normal item to a magic item. So identifying it actually gave me these alteration shards, which I believe give me, yeah, the orb of alteration. So, and then the transmutation gives me this one. We've got enchants magic item with a new random property. Armor scrap improves the quality of armor. Orb of alchemy upgrades a normal item to a rare item. Orb of regret grants a passive skill refund point. There's a lot of stuff. Let's just jump to the waypoint. Where can I jump to? We're supposed to go to this area next, and I don't have access to the slums. So let's just run over to the crematorium. Entering the crematorium, and I'm sure this one's gonna look super freaky because I love the aesthetics of this game. This is what Diablo should have done instead of what they did with Diablo 3. I'm sorry, I don't want to compare this game to Diablo, but it's gonna be there. You can see how creepy this is, and you got, oh gosh, I don't remember how to do anything. Okay, I got somebody freaking, oh my gosh. Yes, cleave to my heart's content. I'm not sure how to play this character anymore. I know I've got cleave. Hey, you know what? You just need to die right now. Oh geez. See all that fire damage? I don't know if that was me. I'm pretty sure it was. I hope it was at least, because I'm pretty sure I built this guy to be fire damage. You can see I've got flames coming out of my freaking hands. Even at the end game content, I believe there's like all these randomized maps that you can go through with different challenges and different effects applied specifically to the maps themselves. For example, you could have a map that like sucks your mana out constantly the entire time that you're playing, something along those lines. So, boom, slam it, slam it. Well, guys, I think I'm going to end the video right there for this game. I really enjoy Path of Exile, and I did a top 10 free-to-play video the other day, and Path of Exile was in there because, honestly, this is one of the most impressive free-to-play games currently out there. All the content of this game is free. Like, you don't have to pay for any of the acts. The new huge update, the Fall of Oriath expansion to the game, making it 3.0, you don't have to pay for it. It's all free for you. It's one of the most fair free-to-play models out there. Insane amount of content, insane amount of depth. This is one of those games that people should be playing. And you know what? They've got thousands of people playing this game. It's extremely popular. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like the video, please hit that like button. It honestly helps out so much. And subscribe for more online gaming videos. Okay, friends, I'll see you later.